Louis lived in a village. His parents had passed away years ago. He had a shoemaking workshop. Louis sold his shoes to shops in the town market. However, he had never received a big order. One day, a businessman named Anthony entered Louis's office. Louis stood up and smiled.
How can I help you?
I have heard you make really good shoes.
Anthony said, sitting down.
I need 25,000 pairs of shoes for my factory. I want to sell them under my brand name.
Louis was excited.
I will start right away.
Anthony nodded.
I will pay you in full once I receive the order.
He took out a card from his pocket.
Here are my contact details. If you need anything, just call.
He handed the card to Louis and left. A few minutes later, Louis's manager walked in. Louis told him about the big order. The manager's eyes widened.
Sir, that's a huge order. But we don't have enough funds for materials. At least he should give some advance.
Louis shook his head.
I will get the materials on loan from suppliers.
The manager hesitated but then nodded.
All right. I will speak to the suppliers.
He left to make arrangements. Louis felt confident. This was the start of something big. Work began in full swing at the workshop. Everyone was busy. Louis checked every detail. Days passed fast. Soon, the work was almost done. One night, Louis placed salad on his plate. Anne took a bite. A smile appeared on his face.
This order won't just bring money. It will bring bigger orders too. Big doors are about to open.
The next morning, the manager, Mike, walked into Louis's cabin. His face was pale. Louis stood up fast.
What happened? Mike?
Mike swallowed hard.
Sir, the order.
Louis frowned.
What order? Tell me quickly.
Mike sighed.
Mr. Anthony canceled the order.
Louis froze.
What? How can he do this now? The work is almost finished.
He dropped into his chair, hands on his head.
How will I pay the suppliers? The workers?
Mike looked at him.
Sir, I warned you before. We should have taken an advance. But you didn't listen.
Louis sat in silence. That night, Louis couldn't eat even a bite. He leaned back, staring at the ceiling.
If I don't pay the workers or the suppliers, the workshop will shut down. Forever.
He stood, hands behind his back, pacing slowly.
I can't let that happen. But what do I do?
Then a painful thought came.
Should I sell my house?
His eyes filled.
This is my parents' home. Every memory lives here.
He sat down again. Then, suddenly, his eyes lit up.
Yes. That might work.
The next morning, Louis placed a board outside his house. House for sale $100,000. But one condition. The peg in the lounge must stay. It can't be removed. People walking by stopped and read it with confused faces. Soon, his neighbor Mr. Johnson came over.
Louis, I want to buy your house.
He said.
But what's with that peg? Why this strange condition?
Louis smiled.
Sorry, Mr. Johnson. It's part of the deal.
Mr. Johnson frowned
Then I'm not interested.
and walked away. That evening, a neighbor, Mr. Harry, sat in the lounge. He was eating fries and drinking tea. His wife Juliana and kids Jack and Lisa were with him. Harry said,
Louis is selling his house. I'm interested. The price is so low.
Juliana replied.
But you know his condition. The peg on the wall.
Harry laughed.
So what? That house is worth at least $500,000. He is selling it for $100,000.
Jack and Lisa started jumping.
Yay! A new house!
Harry smirked.
Let's buy it fast. Before someone else takes it.
Mr. Harry bought the house. His family shifted there. Louis moved to a small rented house just a street behind. One night, Harry and his family were lying in bed, about to sleep. Suddenly, someone knocked loudly on the door. Harry sat up.
Who could it be at this hour?
Harry went and opened the door. Louis stood there, holding an ironed shirt. With a smile, Louis said,
I just came to hang this.
He walked straight into the lounge, hung the shirt on the peg, and left without another word. Harry sighed and locked the door. Back in the bedroom, Juliana frowned.
I told you we shouldn't have bought this house.
Harry smiled.
It's not a big thing. Relax.
And lay down again. The next morning, while Harry and his family were having breakfast, the door knocked again. It was Louis. He walked in, took down his shirt from the peg, and left. The family stared in silence. And this started happening again and again. One morning, Louis came with a dead hen and hung it on the peg. Harry shouted,
I'm taking you to court.
Louis just shrugged and left. Soon, they stood in court. The judge asked,
Why did you do this, Mr. Lewis?
Lewis smiled.
Your Honor, the peg is mine. It was part of the contract.
The judge turned to Harry.
Is this true?
Harry nodded. The judge said,
Then you can't complain. Case closed.
Harry vacated the house and gave the keys back. Lewis smiled.
I saved my house. And my workshop too.
Moral: greed can cost you.